I'm sure, like many other persons, you have equally wondered why very few are at the top. Life is like a pyramid, but why is the top 1% just a bunch of a few? In this video, I'm going to share with you three peculiar characteristics of the top 1%. I'm sure it's no longer news to you that one very daring Nigerian called Tunde Onakoya is presently gone past 40 hours on the chessboard trying to set a new record and put the existing Guinness World Record of 58 hours behind himself. He's on his way to history, but with a certain cause behind that. Is seeking to raise about $1 million to be able to educationally emancipate and transform African children. So while we give him all the support, it's important to learn lesson from that particular daring challenge. One thing I've come to understand in my little engagement in my coaching exercise and my corporate experience is that there's always one big jump that will brand you for the breakthrough that you will qualify you for the top 1%. And the peculiar characteristic of the top 1% is normally seen in one daring attempt. There's always a daring. Is one number one factor is what their daring attitude. Number two is their dedication. And then number three is their determination. You always find these three strong internal force in every top 1%. But don't go away with these three major peculiarities, because there's always one thing behind it. It's one thing to be aware of your potentials. It's another thing to be committed to express these potentials in order to achieve a particular standard, or solve a particular problem, or pursue a particular cause. Now, you find out that people think that making money or becoming a significant achiever is a walk in the park. That's not true. You can't say that poverty is cruel when you have not calculated what it will cost to become very, very wealthy or become extremely rich. That's the sincere truth. Okay, you will remember Hilda Bassi. Hilda Bassi had to cook for close to 100 hours to break the existing Guinness Book of Record in order to be able to cling that championship. When she did that, when she broke the record, what happened was that she had made a name for herself, at the same time established herself as an authority with longevity. Do you understand? Sometimes it's not how powerful your solution is. It is the quality and the elasticity of that solution that determines how long or how fat your market share would be, and how much your share of wallet is going to actually be. That's what determines whether you're going to dominate the market or not. And then, so establishing that particular position, that branding position, is like you have to get a personal brand, right? You have to establish a worthy personal brand before you begin to monetize that brand. Do you understand? To monetize that brand, if you really have to make money on a large scale. Having broken the Guinness Book of Record after that cookathon, what happened was that she became an authority to be able to teach others how she got there, how she made it, right? And she created a course in that direction, and then the rest is history. Of course, also, you must have heard about that determined, daring, dedicated young lady that drove from London to Lagos. The news is everywhere. The next thing she needs to do is to reformat or format this particular giant leap into a course, and then you find people who have similar cause or similar passion will begin to dive into it, and before you know it, the rest will be history. So for you to occupy the top of the echelon in your field, in your industry, is very important. It is not negotiable that you have to be daring. You have to go against the norm. Nobody becomes significant with the normal, right? Normal is the average of is today's average. That's the truth. So you have to go above the normal in order for you to be able to significantly brand yourself sufficiently to be able to command and manufacture demand that will bring traction, that will enrich you. So it's one thing to know that. And the good thing about this all is that none of these champions were able to arrive at their championship without a coach. Every top 1% have a coach or coaches that help them to unpack their potential and guide them like a shepherd, right? Determine what are the pastures that are healthy for their potentials, that will bring out the installed capacity. So the coaching is an acquired capacity that supports their installed capacity and bring out the extraordinary championship that we celebrate. So without a coach and a team, a support system, right, it's impossible for you to what occupy the top 1%. So life is a pyramid and it's categorized. Those that remain in the bottom are those that have refused to challenge themselves and dare themselves beyond their old laurels. A lot of people allow their old laurels to trap them from seeing the potentials and the possibilities of the future. So there's a way you celebrate your old trophies that you lose the future possibilities or the future gold mine that is ahead of you. So this is to let you know that 3 peculiar characteristics of the top 1% is the fact that they are daring, and they are dedicated, and they are determined. So you also do not lack capacity. What you need is commitment. The moment you are aware of what is possible for you, what you need is to become daring. The next thing to do is to become dedicated, and then you follow it with a determination. You become resilient. You grab the guts and you show the grit, and then the growth will manifest, and then you become unstoppable to occupy the top of the echelon. I don't know what this video has added to you, but I know it sure has shifted the gear in your thinking. You are beyond what you're presently doing. Don't let the diamond inside you lie down fallow. You can do something beyond what you have done. So look inward and find the coach that is going to help you bring out the championship that is in you. My name is Julius Afolabi, and if you're yet to subscribe to this channel, I bet this is the best time to do so that when premium contents like this come, you'll be the first person to be notified. There is more from where this came from, but except you subscribe, you won't be a partaker of the juice.